Hiring your first virtual assistant can be kind of overwhelming, going from being the sole business owner to now delegating some tasks to someone else. In fact, you might be racking your brain wondering, what can I give them? How should I utilize them? Well, today I'm going to give you 3 ways that you can make the most use out of your virtual assistant. What's up, everybody? Craig here. I'm a profit coach who loves helping service-based business owners finally find some peace of mind with their money. Now, if you're like most business owners, you know at some point you're going to need to make that first hire. And I think the first hire you should always make is a virtual assistant. This is somebody who's going to take over some of your administrative tasks, help you stay organized, and help take some of those really day-to-day activities that you're using your time on that maybe you could take that time and spend it on some revenue generating activities. So we want to give those tasks to a virtual assistant. Now, when I first hired my virtual assistant, I was terrible at delegating. I'd been doing everything in my business for so long that it was really hard to offload tasks to him. So I had to really take some time to learn, what can I give him? How can I free up my time? And what am I spending my time doing? Now, to help figure this out, one thing I do recommend is doing what we would call a time audit. And this is just where you write down every little thing you're doing during the day, and then you can offload the things that you see popping up regularly that might be consuming your time, going, hey, you know what? Somebody else could do this. However, there are 3 things that I utilize my virtual assistant for that really saves a lot of time and provides the most value. The first way I use my VA is by having him do research and collect data. We have a lot of marketing engines out there that my virtual assistant is tracking for us. So he's looking at all of our landing pages and documenting the conversion rates every month. He's looking at our numbers as far as the growth on our Facebook pages, on our email list. He's looking at all those numbers and tracking that for us, as well as a growth pattern. This saves me a ton of time because all I have to do when I'm analyzing my marketing every month is log in and look at this spreadsheet that he has been tracking for me. I can see some of those trends already. I haven't spent any time having to dig into those numbers myself. In addition to that, he can do some research in client generation. He can go through and help find some potential lead sources that we could reach out to, collect that information into a database that saves me the time, and I can just put those feelers out there. Research and collecting data is a time-consuming task that I have completely offloaded, and now I don't spend any time doing that, but I have the information to make the bigger decisions. The second way I utilize my virtual assistant is by plugging and playing our content creation and our outreach. What do I mean by that? Well, anytime we have a piece of content like a blog that we want to be put out there, we give it to our virtual assistant. We can hand him the Word document and he'll go in and make it look good on the blog, add the graphic, customize it, change headings. A lot of times we'll have him update our CRM. So he's looking at my calendar every week to see, do I have any upcoming meetings, and are those people in our CRM yet? If they're not, he will add their information in there for me. He'll also add potential leads into the CRM and start workflows that will begin that outreach piece to encourage them to book a call with us. By teaching him a lot of our systems, I've been able to take some, again, those starting little tasks off my plate so I can focus on serving and creating the content, as well as outreach and jumping on consultation calls and coaching calls. And finally, the third and most important way I use my VA is by managing my email inbox. This has been a game changer for me. So instead of constantly going through and filtering these emails, trying to keep track of things, and having certain emails from clients or colleagues getting lost in the mix that I don't respond to for a couple days because it just got lost, that's no more. Every day, my virtual assistant jumps in multiple times a day, first thing in the morning, and he organizes my emails for me. I have him categorize them into multiple categories. So there's a category for action needed. This is items and emails where I need to respond or do something for a client, a prospect, or whoever it is that's reached out. There's a category for personal items. There's a category for work, a category for receipts, where I can collect all my work-related receipts. So when I'm updating my books, I have those handy. I can just quickly jump in and pull them out. This has been great because when I log in to check my email, the first thing I do is I go into action needed, and I'm able to go through those, respond in a timely manner, and they don't get lost in the shuffle. Or if I decide to save it and respond later, it's still in that small category. So again, it's not getting buried. Well, there you have it. There's 3 ways that I utilize a virtual assistant. If you have not hired one yet, I highly recommend doing that. It's one of the best investments that you can make. We used a company called iWorker. I'll leave a link in the description below. I recommend you check it out to get connected with somebody who can take tasks off your plate so you can better focus on the growth of your business. Thanks for joining us. We will see you next week.